On this channel, we provide useful programming information with practical code examples. This time, it's about error handling in JavaScript. You can learn about methods for handling exceptions with the try-catch syntax or async, await, and examples of creating custom errors by looking at the code. Enabling subtitles will make the code descriptions easier to understand. Error handling in JavaScript is an important feature for catching and appropriately handling errors when a program encounters unexpected issues. Primarily, it is common to use the try-catch syntax to catch and handle errors. Additionally, when dealing with promises or asynchronous operations, error handling can also be done using async, await, or promise, prototype, catch. Try-catch is used to catch and handle errors when they occur within a code block. If an error occurs inside a try block, the execution of the program is interrupted, and the catch block is executed. The finally block is always executed, regardless of whether there is an error or not. It is useful for releasing resources and final processing, among other things. In JavaScript, you can explicitly trigger an error using the throw keyword. It is used when throwing custom error messages or custom errors. When performing asynchronous operations, error handling is slightly different. When using promises, errors are caught with the catch method. When performing asynchronous operations using async, await, you can handle errors with try-catch. By utilizing these methods, you can ensure that your program functions correctly even when errors occur. The error class is used for error handling. It provides the capability to create errors and supply error messages and stack traces. An error object can be explicitly created when an error occurs. You create an instance with new error and pass an error message. The error object has the following properties. Message, this is the error message. Name, the name of the error, which defaults to error. Stack, a stack trace containing where the error occurred, useful for debugging. In JavaScript, you can throw an error using the throw keyword. This is used to interrupt processing in specific situations and pass control to an error handler. Errors thrown with throw can be caught using the try-catch syntax. In JavaScript, you can create your own custom errors by extending the error class. This allows you to create errors tailored to specific situations. JavaScript has several built-in error classes that extend the error class. These are used to represent specific errors. Reference error occurs when you reference a variable that doesn't exist. Type error occurs when a value's type is different from the expected type. Range error occurs when a number is outside the allowable range. Syntax error occurs when code that is not syntactically correct is executed. Eval error errors related to the use of the eval function. It is rarely used nowadays. URI error occurs when an invalid URI, encoding or decoding errors, is used. Here is an example of a reference error. Here is an example of a type error. In try-catch syntax, use the finally block for operations you want to execute regardless of whether an error occurs. In this example, the operations in the finally block are executed even if an error is thrown. By implementing error handling correctly, you can prevent the application from crashing when unexpected behavior occurs. By appropriately using the try-catch syntax and error objects, you can write more robust code. The source code for this video can be downloaded from the official website. If you like, please visit the URL in the description to aid your learning. See you in the next video. Please subscribe and give us a thumbs up.